Hey, what's up guys? So I finally got it. The T8 imitations. These are the Uiisii T8 imitations that I spoke about in my previous videos. So I finally got it and now I'm going to be doing the unboxing. So here it is. And of course I'm going to compare them with the regular T8s. So opening up the box, we just have a bag. Nothing else in the box. And in the bag we have the T8 lookalikes, or the clones. So going ahead, looking at it, I can already tell that there is a little bit of a difference in terms of color. They feel the same, except for this part right here, this little nipple here. So the nipple on here is plastic, whereas the nipple on the T8s is rubber. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to compare. So here we go. As you can tell, these are the T8s, and these are the no-name brand. I can tell they do feel lighter as well. So right here, the nipple is plastic. This is rubber. It's a lot squishier. And then you have a different color on the grills there. So I'm just going to put them side by side again so you guys can see. So check that out. The T8's on my right and the no name on my left. Just give you guys a close-up. These are definitely more polished, the T8s, and these have that line right there on that plastic. I don't know if you guys can, if the camera's picking that up, if you guys can see that line there, that horizontal line. And these ones don't have it. It's completely clear of it. Also, the ear tips on this, a little bit different, smaller, and I can already tell the plastic is different here too. So let's go ahead and remove that, the silicone tips. And just to show you guys, this is more, the grill in there, as you can see, is deeper in there, whereas on the regular T8s, they're more, the grill is more up front. Also, another thing I noticed right away is if you take a look on the T8s, which are on my right, you can tell that there's a little sponge in there. So in that little, so it's got that sound dampener there, which is a little sponge. It's hard for the camera to pick up, but as you can see, you're not going to be able to see straight through that. Whereas on this one, you can see it's a little bit transparent. So there's no dampener on this one. But now if you look at the drivers, I don't know if, hopefully my camera will pick that up too. You could see that the drivers also look a little bit different. So the drivers on the imitations are definitely smaller than the ones on the genuine T8s. It's hard, it's actually very hard to see that, but if I can get the right light on there, you guys might be able to see. So if I can get the right angle. So as you can see, that's a good angle right there. And the ones on the right have a bigger driver, whereas the ones on the left have a smaller driver. So I'm going to go ahead and try these out and I'll let you guys know what I think of them. But so far, they look very similar. They look, if I didn't know any better, I would say that these are the T8s as well. But obviously they're not, because I can tell right away some minor different things with them. So anyway, let me go ahead and test them out. I'll let you guys know what I think of them. Hey guys, so I just finished comparing the generic pairs with my original T8s. And I will say this, first off, the sound quality is pretty decent on these, considering they only cost $6. But the sound was a little bit muddy. I could definitely tell the difference between these and these. Now, it's not a huge difference, but the difference is there. Also, the sound stage on these is a lot more open than the sound stage on these generic pairs. Bass pretty much sounds the same, but the muddiness does dull the sound on these just a little bit, enough to tell the difference between these two. So on my right, again, the T8s, and on my left, the generic pair. Also, I noticed that the mids on the T8s are well more pronounced than on these generic pairs. But still, guys, I gotta say that I am definitely very impressed with these, considering I did only pay $6 for them, whereas on these I paid 20 bucks. Just guys, one thing that I could say is if you do plan on getting a pair of these, you want to make sure that you're using the right tips. Tips make a huge difference. You don't want to be using tips that are either too small or too large. You want to make sure they're just right. And this will make a huge difference in terms of sound. And this goes without saying for all IEMs. This rule doesn't only apply to these IEMs. You want to always make sure that you're using the proper tips because it makes a huge difference in sound quality. Now again, in terms of design, these are pretty much almost exactly identical. These have bigger drivers and these are slightly heavier. It's almost unnoticeable, but I can definitely tell that these are a little bit heavier, whereas on these are a little bit lighter and the drivers are a little bit smaller. See, if I shine some light on there, I showed you guys before, but if I shine light on there, you can definitely see that the drivers are either a little bit smaller or there's an extra round metal circle around these T8s. Also, the grille on the T8s is black, but on the generic pair, it's a silver color. And let's not forget about the nipple. So the nipple on the T8s is very squishy. Feels like it's made out of a silicone, but on the generic pair, it feels like a soft plastic. Comfort-wise though, these are both very comfortable earphones. The T8s, although, do have the edge because of this silicone nipple right here, as opposed to this one, which is plastic on the generic pair. So one thing I did notice is that on these, if I turn this bottom part, it actually turns, so I'm kind of worried about that. But if I do that on my T8s, let's just get the right one here, nothing is going to happen unless I really force it, but even then it's really tight on there. So build quality is definitely, these are better built. I do like the wire on these though. I do find that the wire on these is a lot sturdier. I don't know how long that's going to last, but the wire definitely feels tougher, and I feel like it can go through a lot more wear and tear. So that's going to be my initial review on these generic T8s. So these generic pairs still need further testing, so I'll be testing them within the coming weeks, and I guess I'll post an update with it hopefully soon. But as for now, for $6, I definitely recommend it. But to say that they're as good as the T8s, for sure not. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video review and unboxing. If you did like this video, hit that like button. If you do want to see more content like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip side.